Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you are into coin collecting or treasure hunting for rare coins that could be worth a fortune, then you do not want to miss what we are about to uncover today. We are talking about the 1964D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. That is right, this little copper coin from over half a century ago could be worth as much as $84,265 today. Let me repeat that. $84,265 for a single penny. Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is even more surprising. Now let us dig deep into the fascinating history behind this specific coin. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln cent was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person instead of the traditional Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent originally had wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial, a design that would remain in place until 2008. The 1964 Lincoln cent was part of that Lincoln Memorial design era. That year, the United States Mint struck over 6 billion Lincoln cents, including coins from both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The coins with the letter D below the date were minted in Denver, and this is where our rare treasure enters the spotlight. The majority of 1964 D pennies are made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. Most of them are only worth a few cents or maybe a few dollars in uncirculated condition. But there are rare exceptions. Among the billions of coins struck, a few had striking errors, unique die varieties, or other unusual features that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. So, how does a common penny become worth over $84,000? The answer lies in rarity, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. Some 1964 D Lincoln cents were struck using a die that had not been properly polished, leading to visible doubling or other anomalies. Others might have misaligned dies or off-center strikes. Then there are coins in pristine condition with original luster and zero contact marks. These can fetch a premium in the numismatic market. Now let us talk about one specific coin. A high-grade example of a 1964 D Lincoln penny was certified by a major grading service and was graded at the top of the scale. This penny showed immaculate detail and no wear, indicating it was likely preserved from the moment it was minted. Add to that an unusual doubling effect that was clearly visible under magnification, and suddenly this coin was no longer just a penny. It became a rare and desirable artifact. That very coin was auctioned off for the jaw-dropping amount of $84,265. Let that sink in for a moment. A 1-cent coin from 1964, which probably cost more to mint than its face value, ended up being sold for more than most people make in an entire year. This is why checking your spare change and old coin jars could lead to the discovery of something truly valuable. Collectors around the world are always searching for these rare gems. The 1964 D Lincoln penny is one of those coins that can be easily overlooked because it looks so ordinary. But with the right characteristics and a bit of luck, it can become a treasure worth thousands. And the market is hotter than ever. Prices for rare coins have been climbing steadily as collectors and investors alike recognize their historical and financial value. If you are wondering how to know whether you have one of these rare 1964 D pennies, here is what to look for. First, check the coin's condition. If it is shiny, crisp, and appears to be uncirculated, that is a good sign. Next, look at the date and mint mark. It must be a 1964 with a small letter D just below the date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin closely. Look for signs of doubling, raised features, or any unusual patterns. If you find anything out of the ordinary, it might be worth getting the coin professionally graded and appraised. You can submit your coin to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for a small fee, and they will evaluate the authenticity and condition of your coin. A certified high-grade coin is much more appealing to collectors and can be sold at auction or through a trusted dealer. Now let us touch on why these coins are so sought after. It is not just the rarity, it is the story. Each rare penny carries a legacy of American history. The Lincoln Cent series is beloved by collectors because it reflects over a century of design, minting evolution, and national heritage. Coins like the 1964 D penny are like time capsules that tell a story from another era. Owning one of these coins is like owning a piece of living history, a tiny monument to craftsmanship, culture, and curiosity. So, what does the future hold for the 1964 D Lincoln penny? Based on market trends, values for high-grade and rare variety coins are expected to keep rising. As fewer of these coins are found in top condition, demand continues to outpace supply. If you own one, it might be smart to hold on to it or have it evaluated to know exactly what it is worth. And if you are on the hunt, keep your eyes open. The next big treasure could be hiding in your pocket change. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries and price updates. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the next episode. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest value. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, your next penny could be worth over $84,000. See you in the next video. Welcome back to our channel where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. Today, we have a truly extraordinary topic that could change the way you look at pocket change forever. We are diving deep into the incredible story, historical background, and current jaw-dropping market value of one of the most elusive and high-value pennies ever minted in the United States. This is the legendary 1972 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that at first glance may look like every other penny you have seen, but in reality, it is a hidden treasure that could be worth as much as $89,472 in today's coin collecting market. Now let's begin with the origins of this remarkable coin. The Lincoln Cent has a rich history stretching all the way back to the year 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny became the first regular-issue United States coin to feature a real person. From 1909 onward, the Lincoln penny has seen numerous changes in design, metal composition, and mint marks. Over the decades, collectors have scoured through millions of these coins searching for rare variations, errors, and historically significant issues. Among all these years, the year 1972 stands out for several reasons. In the year 1972, the United States Mint produced Lincoln Cents at 3 different facilities. These included Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. The Denver Mint used a small capital D mint mark, which appears just below the date on the obverse of the coin. While most 1972 D pennies are common and found in circulation even today, a tiny number of them are exceptionally rare due to a combination of unique errors, nearly flawless conditions, and very low survival rates. These rare examples are now commanding shockingly high prices in the coin market. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1972 D penny we are discussing today worth an astronomical $89,472. This specific coin is not just any penny from Denver. It is one that has survived for over 5 decades in perfect or near-perfect uncirculated condition, also known in the grading world as mint state or MS. What makes this coin even more remarkable is that it was struck with an extremely rare and valuable die error. Some 1972 D pennies were struck with a double die obverse, meaning the image on the front of the coin, especially the date and inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1972, appear doubled under magnification. This doubling is the result of a misalignment during the die-making process and is highly sought after by collectors. Adding to its rarity is the grade assigned by professional coin grading services. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no imperfections even under 5 times magnification. The 1972 D penny in question was graded at an incredibly high mint state 68 red by one of the leading professional grading services. This combination of a double die, D mint mark, Perfect color and luster and an exceptionally high mint state grade is what pushes its value into the tens of thousands of dollars. Only a handful of such coins are known to exist in such pristine condition, which drives up demand and makes collectors compete fiercely at auctions and private sales. Now, let's look at the coin market in more detail. In recent years, rare coins like the 1972D double-die penny have exploded in value due to a combination of factors including growing interest in numismatics, increased online marketplaces for coin auctions, and greater awareness among the general public about the potential value of everyday coins. The coin we are discussing sold for $89,472 in a highly competitive auction attended by some of the world's most serious collectors and investors. The auction house listed this coin with impeccable documentation, verification, and third-party grading certification, which played a key role in validating its enormous value. What's even more exciting is the possibility that other examples of this rare penny might still be out there in coin jars, piggy banks, or forgotten collections. Imagine turning over an old penny and realizing you're holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of coin collecting and why the 1972D Lincoln penny has become a symbol of hidden wealth and unexpected fortune. If you are wondering how to tell whether your 1972D penny might be worth big money, here are some key things to look for. First, inspect the obverse closely with a magnifying glass. Look at the date and inscriptions for signs of doubling. Second, check the coin's overall condition. Coins that have never been circulated and maintain their original red copper luster are worth significantly more. Finally, consider submitting your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to get a professional evaluation. If your coin has the right combination of rarity, condition, and verified error, you could be looking at a life-changing payday. Before we wrap up, here is a quick summary. The 1972D Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem ordinary, but under the right circumstances, it is an incredible numismatic treasure. With historical significance, rare mint errors, and perfect preservation, this coin recently reached a value of $89,472. That is not a misprint. That is the current real-world market value for one of the finest examples of this rare penny ever discovered. So take a closer look at your change, dig through your old coin collection, and don't overlook any penny from 1972 with AD mint mark. You might just be holding a coin worth more than a luxury car or even a small house. Coin collecting is not only a fascinating hobby, but also an exciting way to invest and uncover wealth hidden in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable and rare US coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with friends and family who might have treasure sitting in their pockets right now. Thanks for watching and happy hunting! Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Today we're going to talk about an incredible find that's been blowing the minds of collectors and treasure hunters alike, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this unassuming copper coin could be worth as much as $48,635 in today's market. So, if you have any old pennies lying around, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish. Let's begin with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first United States coin to feature a real person rather than a symbol or image from mythology. The obverse of the coin carries Lincoln's portrait and has remained largely unchanged for over a century, while the reverse has seen several different designs including the wheat ears, the Lincoln Memorial, and more recently the Union Shield. Now let's fast forward to the year 1980. At that time, the United States Mint was striking coins at three main facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver carry AD mint mark, those from San Francisco Baroness, while Philadelphia coins typically carry no mint mark at all. So a penny from 1980 with no mint mark is usually a Philadelphia issue. Nothing strange about that on the surface. However, what makes certain 1980 no mint mark Lincoln pennies so valuable is not just the missing mint mark. It's what lies beneath the surface. These rare examples are known for extreme errors or unique die varieties that have made them major prizes among collectors. Some of these 1980 no mint mark pennies have doubling on the date or lettering. Others show unusual planchet characteristics, and some even display off-center strikes or die cracks that make them totally one of a kind. The combination of these mint errors and the strong copper composition from before the full switch to zinc makes certain specimens stand out. To give you some perspective, a pristine example of the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny recently sold at auction for a staggering $48,635. That's nearly $50,000 for a 1-cent coin. What made this specific penny so valuable? It was graded by a leading coin grading company at a very high mint state, with flawless surfaces, deep original red color, and it was a very rare variety, likely a double die or a unique striking anomaly. When rarity meets condition, the result is serious market value. Now let's talk about what you should be looking for. First, examine your 1980 pennies carefully. The ones made of copper weigh 3.11 grams, so using a digital scale is a good place to start. Next, look at the coin under a magnifying glass or coin loop. Check for any doubling on the lettering, the date, or Lincoln's features. Look for off-center strikes, cracks in the die that show up as raised lines, or other unusual characteristics. These features can dramatically boost a coin's value. Also pay attention to the coin's overall condition. Coins with no wear and full original red color are highly desirable. If you think you've found a valuable specimen, your next step is to have it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS and NGC specialize in authenticating and grading coins, and their certification can mean the difference between a few dollars and a life-changing payout. The current coin market in 2025 continues to be strong, especially for Lincoln pennies with key dates, mint errors, and high grades. Collectors are always searching for that next incredible find, and many are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are rare and in excellent condition. The story of the 1980 no mint mark penny selling for $48,635 proves that even modern-era coins can carry massive value under the right circumstances. So check your change, search your coin jars, and look through your collections. That little brown penny from 1980 sitting in your drawer could be the key to a small fortune. Rare coins are out there, and stories like this remind us that treasure still exists in the most ordinary places. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video about rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a special penny or want help identifying one. Until next time, happy hunting and keep your eyes open. You never know what your next penny might be worth. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover rare and valuable coins hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing and sought-after coins in the world of modern American numismatics. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that has sold for as much as $98,465. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny that most people would overlook or toss in a jar could be worth a small fortune. So sit tight because we're about to take a journey through this coin's fascinating history, the reason it is so rare, and how you can identify if you have one of these hidden treasures. Let's start with a little background. In 1982, the United States Mint made one of the most significant changes in the history of the Lincoln cent. Prior to 1982, pennies were composed primarily of copper. Specifically, they were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the mint decided it was no longer economical to produce 1-cent coins with so much copper. So halfway through 1982, they began switching the composition to a primarily zinc coin with a thin copper coating. The new pennies were made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. Now here's where it gets interesting. During this transitional year, the U.S. Mint produced multiple varieties of the Lincoln penny. In total, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 penny based on 3 main characteristics: the mint mark or lack thereof, the composition of the metal, and the size of the date. The 2 mints producing these coins were Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia pennies typically had no mint mark, while Denver pennies bore a small d. But among these 7 varieties, one stands out as truly exceptional: the 1982 no mint mark small date copper penny. This is the coin that has become a legend in the world of coin collecting, and it is the one that has fetched jaw-dropping prices, including the nearly $100,000 sale at auction. What makes this coin so special is that, although the Philadelphia Mint was supposed to be producing the new zinc pennies, somehow a small batch of copper planchets, meaning the blank discs used to make the coins, were left over and accidentally used. This created a rare copper version of the small date penny that was never supposed to exist. It was not discovered until 1983, when a collector found one and sent it in for analysis. The rest is history. So, how can you tell if you have a 1982 no mint mark small date copper penny worth nearly $100,000? First, look at the date. The small date variety has certain distinct features. The number 2 in the date will have a sharp curve and a small tail, while the number 8 will appear more evenly proportioned. The small date is less bulky looking than the large date. You'll also want to examine the coin's composition. The easiest way to do this at home is by using a scale. A genuine copper penny from 1982 should weigh around 3.1 grams. A zinc penny, on the other hand, weighs only about 2.5 grams. So, if you have a 1982 penny with no mint mark, a small date, and it weighs 3.1 grams, you could be holding an extremely rare and valuable coin. Now, let's talk about its value in the current market. As of right now, the confirmed value of this rare penny has reached an incredible price of $98,465 at auction. This record-setting price was paid by a passionate collector who knew exactly what they were buying. And while not every example will fetch that amount, even worn or slightly circulated examples of this variety can sell for thousands or tens of thousands, depending on their condition and authenticity. Professional grading is essential if you suspect you have one, and reputable companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade the coin. Why is it so valuable? Rarity plays the biggest role. Only a handful of authentic 1982 no mint mark small date copper pennies are known to exist. We are talking about a coin that should never have been made. Combine that with the strong collector demand, the Lincoln Cent's popularity, and the intense interest in transitional era coins, and you have a perfect storm for an extremely high-value collectible. So, what should you do if you think you've found one of these coins? First, examine the date and confirm that it's the small date version. Then weigh it using a precise scale that reads to the 10th of a gram. If your coin has no mint mark, a small date, and weighs around 3.1 grams, you're in business. The next step is to have the coin professionally graded. Do not clean the coin, do not damage it, and do not try to sell it before confirming its authenticity. A genuine 1982 small date copper penny with no mint mark is like finding buried treasure. Treat it as such. There are countless stories of people finding rare coins in pocket change, in old coin jars, or in inherited coin collections. This coin proves that even modern pennies can be worth life-changing money. Always check your change and keep an eye out for 1982 pennies. They may look ordinary, but some of them are anything but. The right combination of date style, weight, and metal composition can make a massive difference. In conclusion, the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny with a small date and copper composition is a legendary modern rarity. Its current market value of $98,465 reflects just how special this transitional era coin truly is. So whether you are a serious coin collector, a casual enthusiast, or someone who's just curious about rare coins, keep your eyes open. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next rare coin spotlight. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a 1982 penny that could be worth a fortune? Until next time, happy hunting and good luck searching for treasures in your change. Welcome back, fellow coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a mind-blowing discovery from the world of U.S. coinage, the astonishing story of the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that many of us have held in our hands without even realizing its true value. This one little penny, often overlooked and tossed into jars or left in the bottom of drawers, has shocked collectors across the country by selling for an incredible $91,583 on the open market. Let's begin by understanding the humble origins of the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This iconic coin has been in circulation for well over a century. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, making it a historic and sentimental piece of American currency. Over the years, the Lincoln cent has undergone a few major design changes and has been struck at multiple U.S. mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Now let's fast forward to the year 1998. At first glance, the 1998 Lincoln penny seems ordinary. It features the familiar bust of President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, one incredibly rare variation of this coin contains a subtle but powerful anomaly. It was struck without a mint mark. Most 1998 Lincoln pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically does not display a mint mark. That might sound normal, but here's where the story gets fascinating. While Philadelphia coins usually do lack a mint mark, this particular no mint mark penny stands out for entirely different reasons. It's not just missing a mark, it was struck using a unique die or a planchet error that gives it collectible status far beyond the ordinary. This specific 1998 penny displays extraordinary features that have caught the attention of expert graders and auction houses. Whether it's due to a dramatic die clash, off-metal strike, or near-perfect uncirculated condition, these features elevate this penny from pocket change to treasure. Let's talk about why this coin is worth such a jaw-dropping amount. The coin in question is known among experts as being in almost flawless condition, what collectors and grading services like PCGS call mint state or MS condition, often graded MS 67 or higher. In rare cases, this 1998 penny has surfaced in proof-like condition or with a deep cameo finish, despite being a circulation strike. That level of perfection is unheard of in common pocket change and sends collectors into a frenzy when these coins appear at auction. One example of this penny, authenticated and graded at a near-perfect condition, sold for an eye-watering $91,583. Why? Because it is not just rare, it is pristine. Fewer than a handful are known to exist in such condition, and collectors are willing to pay a premium to own a piece of American minting history. It's the kind of coin that transforms a simple hobby into a life-changing discovery, but that's not the end of the story. The 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln cent also carries value due to a growing demand in the collector market for high-grade Lincoln cents. As time passes and more of these coins wear out or disappear into private collections, the supply becomes increasingly limited. Combine that with growing interest in so-called error coins and rare variations, and the value skyrockets. Now, let's talk about what to look for. If you're going through your change, here's how you can identify a potentially valuable 1998 penny. First, check for the absence of any mint mark below the year on the obverse side of the coin. Then, inspect the coin for signs of high-quality detail, strong strike, sharp lines, and minimal contact marks. The coin should shine with a near-mirror finish and have full details on both Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If you think your coin meets these standards, it might be worth having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. And if you're wondering where to sell such a coin, you have several options. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections specialize in rare coins and offer exposure to serious collectors. You can also approach local coin dealers, though you'll want to be sure they recognize the value of your specific penny. Always get a second opinion and consider having your coin professionally appraised before making a sale. To wrap things up, the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is not just another copper coin. It is a rare, valuable, and mysterious piece of American numismatic history. With the potential to be worth over $91,000, this penny proves that treasure could be hiding in plain sight, right inside your pocket, your piggy bank, or an old coffee can in your garage. The next time you see a Lincoln cent from 1998, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look. It might just change your life. Keep hunting, keep learning, and as always, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, tips on identifying valuable pennies, and updates on the hottest trends in the numismatic world. This is your go-to channel for turning small change into big money. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.